put it on our website and we can share it with team captains to pass out to their team. Let me turn this off here. Okay. All right. Excellent. All right. Well, I think it's just me tonight from the staff side. So I want to welcome you to our Bike MS 2023 Safety and Slightly Informational Clinic tonight. It's really exciting to see so many of you joining us. I really did not think that 30 of you would join us. So this is really exciting for me. We are just 2-ish weeks away from our ride. And so we're excited to share some details, some event updates, and just some safety resources as we get closer to the ride. Safety is definitely one of our top priorities for our cyclists. We work with all the local police. We work with all the local towns and cities and counties for permitting and things like that. And so really we work together to make sure that everything is very safe for our riders, especially since we have so many folks with varying abilities. We have our newbie riders, we have our seasoned veteran riders who have been with us for quite some time, and we also have some pro racers who do our ride because charity is very important to their team. So let's get started here. It also feels very strange to be virtual. I know we've done so many things in person, but as a reminder, just some best practices. If you could just stay on mute while we're talking, there'll be plenty of time at the end for questions. The presentation itself is pretty short, and I did that on purpose because I want to allow everyone time to ask their questions about the weekend. And then obviously there is the chat box. You can feel free to put questions in there at the end. I can scroll through and see. And then we have the video option. So feel free to be on video the whole time. If you don't want to, no problem. Here is our team. Like I said, I think I'm the only one on the call tonight, which is totally fine. Oh, Mary popped in. Yay. I am Erica, and I'm the director for the Colorado ride. And then we have Crystal Anderson, who is a manager for the ride. And since Mary's on here, I'll let her introduce herself quickly.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mary. I have been with the MS Society for almost 2 years now. This is my first year working on Colorado bikes, so I'm very excited. If I haven't already met you, looking forward to meeting you at our ride coming up here soon.
Yeah, and you may notice that there is one person missing from our team if you've been on previous calls with us. And Jana used to be a part of the team, but Mary is adorable. I agree. She has moved on since, and so it's the three of us currently holding down the fort. So that's your staff for this ride. I want to just highlight some upcoming things, right? So we are 2 weeks away, as I said, and we have packet pickups coming up starting this Saturday and going all the way through ride weekend. So just of note, this Saturday, you can come to the Denver office anytime between 10 and 3 to pick up your packets. We have added a new one this year in Broomfield at Fidelity Investments. They're one of our new sponsors for the year. Left Hand Brewing, of course, has a team pickup, as well as anybody who lives up that way can come between 4 and 7 on June 14th. And then June 15th at Charles Schwab in the Tech Center from 4 to 7 is also another option. And then we have 3 ride weekend packet pickups. So we have that Friday, as usual, from 2 to 7 at Front Range. And the morning of the ride, June 24th, you can pick up your packet starting at 4:30 a.m. And then if you are doing the 32-mile loop at CSU only, it is from 7 to 8:30 a.m. And you can pick up your packet there at CSU. Now, just a reminder that in order to pick up your packet or someone else's, everyone has to have met the $400 minimum. So if checks need to be mailed in, please be aware that they might not be processed in time for your packet pickup if you mail them after June 12th. if you're expecting checks and you want to get them, if you want to get them in, please utilize the Bike MS app or reach out to Mary, Crystal, and myself and let me know that that is coming in so we can adjust and make sure that you don't have any issues when you're picking up your packet. All right, so I have a video to show everyone. We all have a experience for everyone. And so I want to share a 2.5-minute video to go over best practices to keep in mind while we ride and what we should be doing while we ride. Can everyone hear it?
No.
No. Were you able to hear it at all?
No.
I heard
think
some birds
I could
chirping.
hear it coming through. Yeah, we're not hearing it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
All right, let's see. It's always tricky. Let's see. Maybe if I open it in YouTube, let's try that. Any better?
No.
No,
Try.
no sound.
Share with computer audio. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Here we
Rules
go.
and best practices exist all around us, and they're usually put in place to keep you safe and an event running smoothly. Everything from obeying traffic signs and signals, not wearing white at a wedding, and an all too important one, don't eat yellow snow. And it's no different at Bike MS. We want you to have the ride of a lifetime, but everyone is responsible for making Bike MS safe. Some safety rules are well known. Wear a helmet. Stay to the right. Obey all traffic laws. But some might surprise you. Like earbuds or headphones aren't permitted at Bike MS because they can impede your ability to hear traffic and safety warnings. And while it might be tempting to ride right beside all your new friends at Bike MS, don't ride more than 2 abreast and do not impede traffic. Group riding takes practice. Your responsibility as part of a pack includes being aware of others around you and riding with your head up. Being aware of how weather will affect your bike and knowing your limits. Maintaining control and the speed of your bike. Never overlapping your wheels with another cyclist or using aero bars. Being loud and proud with your communication and using verbal commands and hand gestures. On your left, only pass on the left and call out before you pass. Slowing. Let everyone know the cyclist in front of you is slowing down. Use caution and prepare to stop. Stopping. This indicates a rider ahead is stopping. Don't forget to unclip from your pedals. Car back. This means a driver is approaching from the rear. Make an effort to move to the right of the road in a single file until the car passes. Gravel, pothole, sand, tracks. Alert the rider behind you of hazardous road conditions. Bike MS is an experience, one that takes you further than you've ever gone before, and it's one you'll want to savor. By following the rules of the road and practicing cycling etiquette, you'll be able to soak in what really matters on the ride. The people, the scenery, and of course, the mission to end MS forever.
Okay, I'm glad it worked. Can everyone hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Very good. So I always love that video because most of it was shot in Colorado, and there's a lot of Colorado riders there, so it's kind of cool to see that. But as I said, safety is paramount to us. Many of you that have been on our ride before know we have excellent route support. Those that are new are going to experience some of the best rest stops, route support that can be found on an organized ride. So a few highlights: rest stops are every 10 to 12 miles. Bike mechanics will be stationed throughout the event at every rest stop, as well as the start and finish lines. Repairs are free of charge. If you need something like a tube or something small, larger repairs may require a small fee from the bike shop, depending on what it is. We have radio communication and medics that are available at all rest stops in case you need something. And we have SAG vehicles that are just roaming the course just to make sure that everybody's safe, or if someone's on the side of the road and they need help, they are there to pick them up and offer assistance. We also have ride marshals that ride with you, and they have the bright red jerseys. Many of them have red cycling shorts or things like that, but they are riding along with you. So if you need extra support and you don't see a SAG vehicle, keep an eye out for our folks riding with the red route marshal medic jerseys. And then we do have our route maps available online with the Ride with GPS website, as well as the app. And I will say that it is a good idea to download the app prior to Saturday, just to be familiar with it and search for the Bike MS Colorado 2023 routes. What you should bring. So there are a few mandatory things. Unless you have these things, we won't let you on course. So make sure you have a helmet, make sure you have your rider bib, bike number, and wristband, which all come in your packet. And then please make sure you have your ID on you for any reason. The others are highly recommended: cycling gear, shorts, gloves, sunglasses, rain gear, sunscreen, your health insurance card, all of those things. They are good to carry with you, but not at all required. Again, mandatory safety items. In your rider packet, you will have a bib number. This bib will help to assist with identification on the route. So please make sure that you have your bib pinned to the back of your outermost layer of clothing for the day. You will get a luggage tag in your packet as well. So if you are doing an overnight, or if you are doing a one day and you want to have a bag sent up there for you to change your clothes, or take a shower at CSU, or whatever it might be, please make sure you put your luggage tag on your bag. You will have an event wristband, like I said, and please wear it, because on this wristband is that emergency number you see on screen. So should there not be a SAG, should there not be a ride medic next to you or near you, if you are experiencing some kind of emergency, obviously call 911 first, but if you need immediate assistance, please call that number that is on screen, the 720-471-4099. And again, that will be on your wristband. So if you don't want to take notes or put it in your phone currently, you will have it on your wristband. And then you will have your bicycle number. And this is very important to put on your bike, because if you're housing your bike in the bike corral overnight, you will not be able to retrieve it unless your bib matches your bike number. So that's why we have that in there for you. And those are the 4 mandatory things.
I'm not sure. Did I miss something? There on the note, it says wristbands are not included in your
that's just an example of what like your packet might be. That was from 2021 when we had COVID and we had waves and you had to show proof of I don't even know if we had to show proof, but we had waves. So that's outdated. It's just kind of an example of what the front of your packet will look like.
Okay,
The call out. So your
get-
wristband will be included. So your wristband, your bicycle number, your luggage tag, and your rider bib are included in that. And that wristband will have that phone number that's on screen on it in case you need to get a hold of someone immediately. That goes right to our command center, and she can dispatch to EMS or SAG or mechanical as needed. Just some rules of the road, right? So our focus is to provide a high quality, safe and fun ride. And while we do an enormous amount of planning to provide for your safety, we ask that you do your part prior to the ride by visiting our website. And you'll find cycling manuals, safety videos, safe life cycling tips, and more. So our motto is ride safe, ride smart. So please be aware of and prepared for everything up and coming. We do have a couple of railroad crossings as well. And then just a note, we do put that emphasis on safe cycling, right? So should a cyclist choose to behave, act, or ride in a manner that is endangering themselves or others, ride officials and police have been instructed and will be instructed to remove their bib and wristband and prohibit them from continuing on the ride. It is a ride and not a race, and so that's very important to us that everybody is acting in a safe manner. Many of these things on screen were highlighted in that video, so I'm not going to go through each of them. But again, this recording will be posted to our website, and we can even send out slides to our team captains to pass along to you. Or if you would like them, just please email at the end and we can send the deck to you as well. All right, so this is Saturday. Above, you'll see all of our Saturday route options. Now, you might be saying, wait a minute, there's only 2 options and there used to be 3. You are correct. This year we had some permitting issues only on day 1, and Horsetooth is not an option for day 1. So I do encourage you to go to that Ride with GPS and familiarize yourself kind of with the 68 and 100 mile and see which one might be best suited for you. Lunch will be provided for everybody that rides. And so for Saturday, for the 68 and 100 mile riders, it will be en route. And then for the 32 miles, it will be once you return back to CSU. There will be lunch available for you there. And then day 2, our route options are the same as always. You can ride over Horsetooth coming back on day 2. So we have the 68 and 83 mile options. So day 2 has not changed at all. And then again, lunch will be provided throughout the afternoon for all riders at Front Range when we come back. All right, I want to highlight some events that teams are hosting before we get to the very end and turn it over to everybody to have your questions answered. But June 17th, one of our teams, Milan Motors, is hosting a fundraiser at Mash Lab Brewing and Kitchen in Windsor, and that starts at 6 p.m. We also have on August 12th, our MS Sucks Golf Tournament, which is at Saddleback Golf Course. And then on August 17th, we have an annual fundraiser from Team of 2 One Bike that will be hosted at Cannonball Creek Brewing Company. And I would like to encourage you, we do have a Facebook group. So if your team or you as an individual have some kind of fundraising event coming up, please reach out to us, or please feel free to interact and post on our Facebook group page for all to see. So we want to have a space where everybody feels welcome to post about their fundraisers and or questions they might have about fundraising or the ride or anything like that. So please utilize, we'll put the link in the chat to our Facebook group because that's where you'll find the latest and greatest information about the ride itself, as well as all these upcoming events that teams are hosting. I'm excited. There's one more I'm missing, and I'm in Castle Rock, and I think it's this weekend or next week. And we'll put it in the chat, or we'll do something. We'll put it on Facebook. But there is one more that I failed to put on here that I just remembered. And so with that, just want to thank our sponsors for this year. Primal is definitely our premier national sponsor, and For those of you that are team captains, you received an email from me today. The team jersey contest is open, so please get those submissions in so you can get voting going. We also have our national sponsor, Left Hand Brewing. We have a new gold sponsor this year, Quandary Consulting Group. They have been a wonderful partner so far, and you will see them at a rest stop. We also have Leprino Foods, who is a wonderful sponsor. And then we have Brownstein Hyatt Farber Schreck, who is going on their 20th year of sponsoring our VIP high roller training ride. And then here are all of our names and emails. So should you have any questions after this, feel free to send them our way. I told you it was short and sweet, so we had time remaining for all of your questions. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we will get some questions answered. Mary, are there? Do you see any in the chat there? Let's see.
Yes, so some of them about packet pickups have already been answered. We have one, is there a shuttle back to Fort Collins on Sunday?
Good question. There is not a shuttle back to Fort Collins on Sunday. There is, if you choose to do the day one route from Front Range to Fort Collins, there is a shuttle that will bring you back at 3 or at 7 p.m. on Saturday. So no transportation back to Fort Collins on Sunday.
And then when do we have to select the routes we want to do?
If you're a 2-day rider, you can select as you're riding. Doesn't matter to us. You will have a bib and we will be able to keep an eye on you either way. So if you're riding and you get to 68 miles and you're like, or you get to 50 something where there's the turnoff and you're like, I think I can do 100, feel free to. But it's really up to you to pick the route you want.
Are bib numbers, packets personalized, or can we pick them up at any location?
The bib numbers are personalized for our top 150 club, but outside of that, they are not. So even if you're a top 150, you can pick them up at any location. Anybody can pick them up at any location. Good questions.
E-bike SAG support on the 32-mile ride.
Yep, we have SAG support for e-bikes on all routes. We also are having a, in our bike corral, we have a few generators where you can plug your e-bike in to recharge it.
Dorm rooms look like they are double occupancy only. It requests the name of a roommate.
Okay, they are double occupancy. It's not required that you have a roommate, so you could just put your name in there twice, or you could put NA. It doesn't matter because if it's just you, you can put whatever you want in there. They're not going to check and say like, okay, you're missing your roommate. So feel free to put whatever you want in there.
And the last question we have is, if you've registered for the ride but may not reach the $400 fundraising minimum, is it possible to still ride?
Unfortunately, it is not possible to still ride if you have not met the 400 minimum. However, tomorrow would be the best opportunity for you to hit that minimum. So at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, for any donation that is $25 or more, we have a $30,000 match for you. So you can, any online donation $25 or more will be matched up to $1,000 per rider. So it's a dollar per dollar match. So for example, if someone donates $25 to you online and it falls within the time before the match runs out, you'll get an additional $25 added on. So tomorrow will be a really good time to make your asks to help you hit that $400 minimum. Also, if you are on a team, and I'm not sure if you're on a team, I would encourage you to talk to your team captain, because oftentimes there are team donations and team captains will work with riders to help distribute that if for some reason you're not able to meet your 400 minimum. Let's see, what else? We'll put the information for the dorm rooms. We'll put the link in the chat here. We can find it and put it in the chat for you. What else? Oh, yeah. So in our bike corral, we will have a generator in the bike corral. So it will be looked after. No one will be able to get in or out of there with your bike. And you're welcome to plug your bike in there. I believe our logistics folks said they would have them running till 8 or 9 at night. Now let's get that link here before I forget. Okay, what other questions are in there? Did that answer your question, Sue?
I don't really have a question, but
Yes.
it's my first time riding,
Yeah.
but I'm riding with a
Yay.
team, so I'm stoked. I'm gonna try the 68. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm gonna try it.
Awesome. Awesome. And
I mean, I've been training since April, so I just did it right up to
Nice.
Cherry Creek before the rain. So
nice. Nice. I will tell you
So-
the first time I ever rode Bike MS, the furthest I rode was 40 miles. And I did I think the 68-mile route at that time too. And it was hard, but I did it. So as long as you have like a good base of miles under you, really the hardest part is your butt, right? Like I think that's the biggest
Yeah.
part is sitting on your saddle for so long. So if you have a good base and you're feeling comfortable on your bike, I think you'll do well. And we also always have
Yeah.
stags and support. So
okay, cool.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I just put the link for the dorms in the chat. So you should be able to go directly to the CSU Conference Services page.
And we had one more question about this safety meeting specifically. Is this something new that we've had?
Yeah, it is actually. We had it last year for the first time. And I think I think maybe 4 people showed up last year. So that's why I was excited to see so many people on this one. As we came out of COVID, we had just our one-day event 2021. So we had a lot of virtual meetings. And then last year we kind of had like a mix of them, but there were 3 that stood. So we had 2 team captain only meetings, and then we had 1 safety clinic meeting just like this. And so this meeting carried on through this year too, because I really think it's a good chance for people who are joining us to ask questions about the ride, about fundraising, about whatever they may need a couple weeks out from the event. And yay, Christina, it's your first ride too. What else? Please feel free to pop up on screen or keep typing. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Do you have a team tent map yet? Where the team tents have been assigned?
We are working on that tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we will have that tomorrow, and then I will have the map. I will have all the instructions for drop off, anything like that, sent out to you. I believe next Friday is when I'm sending that out, or Wednesday. One of this, you'll receive it next Wednesday, next week.
We have a few more coming in. Weather contingency. That's a great question.
We ride rain or shine. The only reason we would maybe cancel or / postpone and SAG people is if there's significant lightning. That is definitely something we are monitoring throughout the afternoon. But if it's raining, we're still riding.
We have one. My wife is volunteering. If we stay in the dorms, can she park near the dorms?
That is a
And
good question.
when I stayed in the dorms last year, there was a large parking lot
Okay.
right outside. I think it depends on which dorm you're in, but there should be a parking lot right near the dorm, if not close to her dorm.
We will we'll get information on what is the best parking lot to
Mhm.
park in for volunteers, because we do have some volunteers that volunteer both days and we provide housing for them. So let me check. We won't be able to check probably, well, I'll email tonight, but hopefully it'll come back soon from our EP folks about it.
What is the minimum age for volunteer help?
12.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. 12. Okay. Wait, who was that? Keith, what is your last name, just so I can reach back out? Oh, hi. Hey, yes. Okay. I know you. I'll reach out. I'll find it out for you. Okay. Let's see. The ride's so fun. Sue and Christine enjoy the rest stops. They're so fun. Kathy Clark, is that you? I bet that's you. Okay, Kevin said, I just got on my first ride. Do we have to pick up packets at the sites or can we pick them up the morning of? You can absolutely pick them up the morning of. They will be available both at CSU and Front Range the morning of. All right. Sean says there's a section on day 2 on Highway 7 by Erie or Airport that I avoid when solo because of no shoulder and guardrail. What does the safety mitigation look like there? I think someone else actually just emailed me about this today. It was on Highway 7 in Erie. So I sent that off. So Mary and Crystal and I have nothing to do with permitting and that kind of a thing. That's all our logistics folks. So I sent this on to them. I marked it high priority. If some, if it's an awful part of the road, we definitely will have police there. We will have, we sweep the course the morning of just to make sure there's no debris on the road. Maybe potentially extra signage there. And if it's extremely bad, we will possibly do a reroute. So that is one thing to keep in mind is we will be doing a route drive the week of bike. And so if we see significant issues along route, there may be slight route changes. So that could be part of that safety mitigation there for you.
Yeah, the only other option is a left turn a couple miles ahead of that, which is almost worse. So
Sure. And again, I think that Dave sent this to me, I really want to say right before this meeting, and I forwarded on. So I will make sure to take this comment here and add it to that email for the folks that do all the permitting and route safety and things like that. Drake Avenue in Fort Collins. That's good feedback. I will pass that along as well to see what we can do. And again, our routes have changed, so I would encourage you to make sure that you look at them before you're riding, because I'm not sure if Drake Avenue is still part of it. And to be honest, I don't know either, so my apologies. But I will write this down and I will bring that up in our next meeting as well to make sure that areas where people are not feeling safe or where there might not be the best for riders will be looked at with high priority.
So just to kind of clarify on that.
Yeah.
I did check the map a couple of days ago and Drake is the route. The first part of it in the morning felt fine. Coming in at the end of the ride, literally it was wall-to-wall traffic and not, and the bike lane isn't particularly wide. And there was like city buses with mirrors and vehicles with mirrors.
Leave your message for 30320422217.
Someone, can we mute someone?
There.
Sorry.
So
okay.
Anyhow, just a thought about that.
Yep, I appreciate it.
I actually have kind of looked at an alternative route if it's still the route.
Okay, so it looks like we take.
And that's the 32 that I'm looking at, but it's also your 100.
Right, so our 68 crosses across Drake at Shields.
Which is fine. Shields has a.
Yeah, so the
bike
68
lane.
route. Oh. just went back.
Yeah, so it's the 32 route.
Okay, 32 route.
Yeah,
Okay. Let me see.
which also had a lot of your when I did it last year, there were a lot of I Ride with MS riders on that route as well, and probably newer riders, and it just felt potentially unsafe.
So you're talking about Drake coming in over College Avenue, that,
Yeah,
okay.
coming
Yep.
coming back,
Coming off of
apart.
Timberline and then coming
Yeah.
back. Okay,
Yeah.
yep. All
Yeah.
right, I will bring that up.
And actually Swallow Avenue, Swallow something, which is just below that a little bit, has a good bike line, I think. I'm going to check it out. It does on the other side of town. So
Okay,
I think
all
it's
right.
a bike route. Anyhow,
Okay.
that's
Sue,
my thought.
if you wouldn't mind just sending me that alternative thought of the route, I'd be happy to bring it forward.
I actually wanted to try to go up and check it out before
Okay.
maybe I do that, but I will. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
for-
no, thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate it. I want to, like
Okay.
I said, this meeting is about safety and we want to make sure everybody feels safe en route. So
Yeah.
you, our riders, know best, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it up and Mary will hold me to it because she's on this call.
I tried to take some notes too while Sue
Okay.
was talking.
Good.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay. No, thank you. Okay. Excellent. What else do we have? Anything else? Right? Let's see. Okay.
Your recording has
Oh.
reached the maximum length. To replay your message, press 1. To delete and re-record your message, press 3.
Well, that's exciting. We're on someone's recording. That's not our own. Okay. What else? Anybody have anything else? Those are all really great questions and comments and feedback, and I appreciate it all. Aw, thanks. We didn't pay her to say that either.
You didn't pay her.
Oh, Mary did.
I'm just kidding.
Well, like I said, this is being recorded. So when we are wrapped up, I'll stop recording and we'll get it up to our website here. It might take 48 hours or so, but we also will send it out to team captains in case anybody wants to see it. And then don't forget about that match tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We did one 2 weeks ago, and the $20,000 ran out in just over an hour. So make sure you get your donations in early, and they have to be online too. So, all right. With that, feel free to email us. Some of you have our phone numbers. And if you have any questions or think of any questions or feedback you wanted to send our way after this, please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out. All right.
Awesome.
Well,
Thank you.
Christine, if you want to stick around for a minute, we can chat about hike.